I say heat. ANTOA TV da masin bebre den chia bebre be ma OPEMSUO na say to the talk no come so a bondi an obo mu ase ewura ada ma eburu e wonti ne eti ase wonti na santeman e da sukuta edin kesiesi enu ankomo bi koso e wo wiase afana nyina ayen komo na ye Donald Trump America mampanyi na beta akonya so ene Zalanski Ukraine president na yina ni masam se okon Zalanski ene Vladimir Putin omokono e okon da hoda dada na so America for since our government and some America no omo ebua Zalanski and Ukraine president ema niema koso bebre ma wo mo na yesi na aban na sesa enti aban so asesa na aban bia na adwene odi bu ni man enti omo yes ombe free Zalanski na omo Zalanski a entutu ye ne hihye e wo kono bi fize nipa wu na ewu nipa enkwa ese ifi se nipa nkwa de bia meka ya mampanyi na watwam ko se bi nipa nkwa de nipa wu a wontimi nyane no nenso nipa amamu ni se ya wotimi hihye ne mama ne yi enti na Donald Trump de nim se bi oman no se ya ese no enu de mbitima ni yi na nipa ewu ni de esa na ha oman na ha kuro no enti ofre no friend say White House ema ne koye okoye no nsema ekoso ho na ensem a epa ni behwe but mo me hwe disi ya ne komra na yemfa dia kanto mo so ANTOA TV we ya de bia me pese me chiremu ba ko mienu me ensama ya tifo ene followers ehun se oman mu ha ana ewiase ye wo panyin a woso ne de ni de yede ema no de ni de sen fama no but yen kasa bebre mo man gotie Zalanski ne Vladimir Putin omo komo ne yemrasisi ye da mate bebre ANTOA TV ka say heat ye da mate bebre
say really terrible things about Putin and then say hi Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? It doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
that's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you?
And you know, Mom, say the Kokoye. Said ye na America man paying in Ukraine or Muyino. Sabi, Sika or Mode Bois, Ukraine mine. Soja for Mu, near my Kosono. The city bia no Trump was a foul, two go, for go, for near go. Near Sani Mamma Ye. If the depending one new, what do about Chacha? What the Nipa millions of people about Chacha? Share. Ebini yeah the buy ASANTE mamu hani Ghana mamu hasi ebina sebi na sebi ahemfo bi ye no o sai kire wo OPEMSUO na se tu sai kire OTUMFUO wia uko okrumu a na sebi ukusisi nipa yenye ne sa ene ade ba ko ya wo Ghana enim se ahemfo bebre wo Ghana hasi a sebi tumi kuta wo bia na so tumi ne bi da bi achi ya hwe yura sebi na adoma hene agema badu hwe tumi ekuta jima bed ne bi ekuta ASANTE HENE sabi ASANTE HENE brempon kwa tumi ebi su chen sabi na adoma hene enti sabi wo fa de ne die a mana na se de ne die se no fa mana say o life be miserable obi bia be basa wo niam nyina be basa obi bia obi bia be basa efri se nyakopon wa hye wiase awie odi nipa tutu odi nipa a o sabi o mudidi kan tutu ano sa enti na Vladimir your friend say Donald Trump catch Zalanski no na ya semwa ebeboa amane manfo ho atom enso hye ASANTE HENE boa magana ani monyam ko akire na eni mobi so a wote krom ho ase ya sebi even though kra men kan say kra de be na so UN en friend in pose obema speech computer yes no ka sabi ya o ka setia sebi die oman anase nipa dodo nim no o ka say ko akire oyo ta say ANTOA TV ayefo mama yemfa ne manto fom ne hwa de efi say ewias na ye no ye wo mpanyimfo wo man mu a o muka bi wo mu sans na ba Ghana hasen so ye mpanyimfo o muka bi wo mu sebi wo ba me so me premises ba me so me fia na so ba bia me so me tia me so wo bia me so ka bi wo mu enti tumi ne da bi achi ye fi tumi sisi nipa ye fi tumi ehwim na nipa Donald Trump as one Zalanski can. Na very sebi simple. If it's a nipa to do na ewu. Nipa to do na no mokra ewu. America so just omoko. Omuso wabusia. Sika omode bua wo no. Ah wo de kono. Ani tu so omode bua wo no. Anka sa ne mani nyina no. Anka omode bua o man chichire man na anka be yie. Na afi aden. Mo me fa we tu ye ho. It's an advice to everybody, it's an advice to everyone. Say the OTUMFUO biano. I was so relaxing. Oko from Emma High ANTOA TV. Guys, heat. Yeah, that must be.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what
Remember
you're doing.
this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very
You
strong.
will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
it. From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
what you're
You're
thinking
gambling
about?
with
What are you
World
thinking
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about we are
If
speaking?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
And
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that
thank
there,
you
except
to
that-
American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying
said-
you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire.
guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
is-
with me.
it
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that
is
was with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make,
Um,
because the attitudes have to change.
what if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do we do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you
but
saying?
what
She's
if
asking,
Russia-
what if Russia
Putin
breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
But they have
Okay?
broken
What if they
ceasefire
broke it?
many
I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
But all-
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out.